Hello, hello, I am Squall, your host for today, as we journey into Starcraft 2 and witness this epic forum, this contest of wills, this test of reflexes. Our two players for today are vVv Robogunner. Oh, cool. In the last video he was just Robogunner, but I guess since then he has changed his name to vVv Robogunner. Good on you, Robogunner. His opponent will be pwnsauce. And our two players will be dueling for dominance, vying for victory. But they will not be dueling as in the days of old, with swords or pistols, nay, not even a horse and lance. Instead, they will be dueling with the power of APM and their ability to think. And for anyone out there that's just like, if you have more APM, you win, no, that's not true at all. I don't care what anyone says. APM can help you win, but if your strategies are terrible, you're still going to lose. And, you know, there's some pros out there who don't have very high APM. You know, they really don't. What was an example? I can't remember an example. I know I've heard of them. I know they exist. But, you know, rather than spamming like crazy, they use their APM intelligently, and they have really well thought out strategies that just tend to work well, right? Yeah. So in any case, Robogunner getting a gateway, hasn't gotten a gas yet, will probably do so in the very near future. pwnsauce making a barracks outside of his base. How very interesting. Could very well be that he is going to put a tech lab onto this barracks and then make a Reaper, and then the Reaper goes like this up into Robogunner's base and proceeds to be really annoying. That said, though, pwnsauce has not yet taken any gas, so if he does want to do that, he'll need to do that in a real hurry. Otherwise, it's just him hiding a barracks, so that way Robogunner doesn't know how much production pwnsauce has. And you know what, this is actually, I would say, a fairly intelligent move on his part, because, you know, for all intents and purposes, what pwnsauce is doing basically looks like a one-rack gas, so it's FE. Now, a really high-level pro would probably have been able to count the SCVs and see that it was missing one or two. But, you know, to your average diamond level player that, you know, has a hard time with mental math, also known as Squall, you know, they're not going to notice the difference, right? So right now, Robo might be thinking, oh, I'm perfectly safe to go into, you know, a bit of an expand build myself because my opponent's doing the same. But, in fact, pwnsauce has double the marine production that Robo expects. SCV comes in and scouts at a pretty darn normal time. Robogunner is chrono boosting out his Stalker, so that will definitely help a lot in repelling this marine aggression. And it'll really come down to how good his control is and if he makes a second Stalker. If he makes a second Stalker and has pretty good control, he should be able to deal with this, because unupgraded marines will really struggle against a decently microed Stalker. But we'll have to see. Robogunner looks like he's saving up for an expand, which, you know, at this point is completely logical, but, oh, he sees all those marines now with his zealot, so he could be going, maybe I shouldn't expand. Or maybe he'll just do it, yeah, he's just doing it anyways. Balls of steel, I like that. He is chrono boosting another Stalker out, very intelligent. And, looks like the marines, yep, they are coming across the map, and, oh, pwnsauce, I like the way you think. If you're going to be cheesy, you may as well just pull all of your SCVs, because why not? You got mules back at home. You don't need SCVs. Oh boy, I'm a bit afraid for Robogunner right now. So, he is chrono boosting out Stalkers. He will have 3 very soon, but this is a motherload of stuff, man. Oh my goodness. Robo, cancel your Nexus, please, and run. No, Robo, your Stalkers, run. Oh gosh. This is not looking too good. The SCV is trying to pull off a surround. And oh wow, throwing down bunkers in the base and everything. Robogunner struggling to get his units out. Struggling to spend his money. He's up to 600 minerals. Really having a bit of a difficult time of this. And oh no, the gateway is being focused. Gonna throw down some more, but Robogunner is in such a difficult position here. And even though pwnsauce pulled everything, he can keep muling back home and keep his economy going. Robogunner is doing what he can with those Stalkers. And his advantage is he does have the mining. He's got the mining capability, so If you can keep that up and keep these stalkers alive as long as possible, make them as cost efficient as possible, you know, he might be able to, but still, 2 bunkers up, lots of SCVs to mass repair. This is going to be an extremely difficult situation for him to come out of, because that Nexus is going to be under fire. The pylon that was going to power these gateways, well, it exploded. And, Nexus is almost at 3/4 life. Stalker is managing to pick off Marines along the outskirts. But Robogunner going to need a miracle defense here. I think at this point what he needs to do is warp in Zealots and then pull all of his probes to attack. I think that's the only real option. More bunkers going down. The bank for Robogunner continues to get higher and higher. This is just so painful to watch. My heart going out to my teammate in pain and suffering and despair and empathy. That doesn't even make too much sense, but it's okay because I think you know what I mean. Nexus is going to go down very shortly, and we'll probably see him pull all of his probes here in the very near future, or just going to let the Nexus die. Trying to rally a probe out so it can escape, but that's not going to happen. And, oh, unloading the bunker. Take out the probes that are trying to run. And, oh, this is such an icky position. And, meanwhile, behind all this, pwnsauce continuing to rebuild his base back home, making more bunkers up front. Because, well, you really don't want the Taliban insurgency to be able to come back and, you know, retake their base, so you build bunkers in their base. And this doesn't really fit a Taliban insurgency, actually, because they wouldn't build... Never mind, the analogy didn't work. Screw it, I don't care. And I'm not too sure what Robogunner is doing, because every second he waits is, you know, time pwnsauce gets stronger. Could be he's just trying to evacuate, which is, you know, not the worst decision in the world. But, you know, while he's doing this, pwnsauce just keeps getting further and further ahead. Ugh, such a rough spot. And he has quite a few Marines now, and yeah, Robogunner is not going to be able to stand up to this. Everything's going to die, and many tears will be shed at this time. But I do have to give props to pwnsauce, though. That proxy racks, and then just pulling all the SCVs. You know, Robogunner didn't see it coming at all. He thought his opponent was going 1 rack gasless FV, and pwnsauce just wasn't. You know, and I mean, once again, this strat wouldn't really work against super high-level players, but yeah. I'm sorry, Robogunner. That was a bit painful to watch. Well, in any case, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later.